Hi guys, welcome to this speed build video in The Sims 4. My name is Irene and yay, today it's finally time for the second part of my magical headquarters build. I was sick during my last not during my last video, but during that first part. I'm better now, but my throat is still a little bit sore, so if you hear something strange, I'm sorry for that. But yes, the second part of my magical headquarters build. If you haven't seen the first part yet, I recommend you to watch that, because in that part I've done the entire exterior for this build, all the flowers, the landscaping, everything, and I'm explaining a couple of things about it. But yeah, you can watch just this part if you're really into interior builds, and yeah, because I'm only doing the interior in this part. But yeah, I still wanted to explain a little bit about the choices that I made for this whole build. So yes, here they are, the houses in the Realm of Magic pack. Don't get me wrong, I love the Realm of Magic pack. There are 2 worlds. And it's not even an expansion pack, so yeah, it's great. But the houses that were put in, yeah, they're just strange. And the same for the magical headquarters that was on this a lot in the magical realm. So I decided to, build my own magical headquarters. And I decided to do it in a couple of different houses, because there are actually 4 types of magic in The Sims. Actually only 3, but I counted alchemy as the 4th one. There's Untamed magic, Mischief magic and practical magic, and I wanted to build a house for every single type of magic. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm working on the practical magic right now. Because yeah, with practical magic I got like a witch in mind, because yeah, with the practical magic you can clean your house or do very handy stuff like that. So yeah, a witch popped up in my mind, so I decided to make like a witch's cottage. And yeah, with this cauldron and with this kitchen, and this is actually some kind of the main hub for this entire build, because there will be a bedroom with a couple of beds in, a bathroom and a kitchen, as I was mentioning. And if you want to place this build in your game, and if you want to visit this lot as a sim, in the other 2 houses there are beds too, there's a bathtub too, but in this house really everything is here. So if you are in this lot and you still want to learn a little bit more magic and you don't want to travel home, but you have to sleep or have to eat or something, you can do that right here. And talking about playing in this lot, I actually played the game as a sim last weekend, and it was such a long time ago. I think I started this channel about 5-6 months ago. And after that, I just really didn't play the game as a sim anymore. Before that, I started playing The Sims with Sims 1, and I've played the games as a sim for hours and hours and hours. But after I started my channel, I really love building. I could never get bored of building. I want to build every single minute of every single day. And yeah, I want to put up three different videos every single week on my channel. And of course I have live going on too. So yeah, it actually takes a lot of time. So I don't have that much time to just play the game as a sim. But I had a weekend off last weekend, and this whole Realm of Magic pack just really got me tempted to play this game as a sim. So I decided to make it a witchy sim. I made a witch in my mind, a very pretty one, and I went with the alchemy trait. And oh man, I loved it. There's so many potions you can learn. There's so many different spells you can learn. You can do so much, I think. But maybe I just really enjoyed it because I haven't been playing the game just as a sim for such a long time. But yeah, and the familiars that you can have, all the small animals. You can fly on your broom, and I was just so happy with it. I built a very small house, and I was still very precise with that house. My plan was to just whip up a house, just do it very quickly so I could play the game, but I still spent, I think, 3 hours just on building that house. But after playing the game as a sim for the entire evening and a part of the night, yeah, I loved it, but I just wanted to build again. But I still thought it was a good plan to just play this game as a sim for a while. Because, yeah, I think as a builder, if you are a pure builder, it's a good plan to just play the game as a sim just every once in a while. Because, yeah, I think it helped me in building this whole interior. It helped me in logical places to put all your furniture and everything. So yeah, I think when I have time again, I'm going to continue with that sim. But yes, this builds the whole practical thing where I'm on right now. As you can see, it's almost finished. I used not only items from the Realm of Magic pack, but a couple of them. I used that wall flag things. You can see them just beside the door. And yeah, I actually used that item in different swatches throughout this entire build. There's one with pink flowers, and of course I've used them on the Untamed Magic house, because that's going to be very fairy tale, very white, like for a very nice but very powerful sorceress. So yeah, I wanted to incorporate different flags for different houses. I thought it was cool. But yeah, this was the not the Untamed, the practical house, practical magic house already. And now we're going to the mischievous magic house. And yeah, I wanted to go for a dark color scheme with purples. I had the evil queen in mind from Disney, of course, and she always wears things with dark blue or dark purple or red, so I went with these colors. I placed a couple of mirrors over there, with that whole evil queen in my mind, and I actually used that method with different mirrors on the walls a couple of times throughout this build. And there are a couple of different things that I've used a lot. You have like the wall lights now that are little bugs. Oh man, I love them. So I've used them a lot in this build too. Same just for the mirrors. And yeah, there are a couple of tricks that I've used a lot throughout this build. One thing or actually two things that I've placed on this lot too are two portals, because yes, in the debug items you can use the portals. I actually used a lot of debug items in this build. This entire rock where this part of this whole build is leaning on, where this house is leaning on, that's a debug item too. I've placed some rooms in. I don't know if you saw them already, because I've placed them in the whole practical magic house too, but I've placed them in every single house, and you have some stuffs, and yeah, they're just some very cool debug items that came with this pack. Because you can go to that whole shop area in this magical realm, and there are houses with the destroyed back with the floating furniture and everything. They are in the debug items too. So yay, they're very cool. And if you're deciding to build something with this pack too, or in this world or in Glimmerbrook too, yeah, I really recommend you to use these debug items, because I think they really can make your builds. If you want to build on this slot though, you have to use a cheat too, because if you want to unlock these debug items, you have to use cheats. I will put the cheats that I've used during building this in the description box down below, so you can check them out there. But if you want to know everything about the debug cheats, I recommend you to just search them on Google, because I'm not that good in explaining everything, and I talked about them in previous videos. But yeah. But if you want to build on this lot, you have to use a cheat, as I was saying. And that cheat is bb.enable free builds, because normally you cannot build on this lot. And yeah, of course there are lots in the other world, in Glimmerbrook too. There are 5 of them, but they are a little bit smaller, and I just really enjoyed building on this lot, because yeah, it looks so magical with the purple and the green sky, and yeah, it was just so much fun. There is a little bit something glitchy going on, because yeah, my very first initial idea for this whole build, before I did the whole first part, was to make everything float. I've done some floating builds before, and I always think they turned out very cool, so I wanted to do that again. But if you're going into the basements into this whole lot, or if you're lowering the ground down, actually the rock where this whole area is leaning on sticks through the ground, so you can see that rock. And yeah, it's very glitchy because you only can see it in certain course, certain angles. So yeah, that's a little bit a shame about this lot. But after that, yeah, it's just so cool to build over here. But you cannot change the lot type. This lot type is generic because it's a headquarter and you don't have like a headquarter lot type. But you cannot change it in a residential. And that's a little bit of a shame because I think you want to live in this world as a sim too. But still, yeah, I've built some a very magical build in Glimmerbrook 2, my ice spellcaster tower. So of course you can make your very magical builds in Glimmerbrook 2, and I actually placed a portal on that lot. So through that portal you can travel to the realm of to the magical realm. So yeah, you can do your own stuff. But I still thought it would be so cool to have your sim really live on this lot. But well, that's not possible. But I'm on to the Untamed magic house. And as I was saying, I wanted to keep this very fairy tale with a lot of white. And these flowers, I actually use these flowers a lot, I think. I didn't use them in the Mischief build, but I've used them in the practical magic build too. Oh, they're so pretty. I love them. I think I'm going to use them a lot in other builds too. Not only in fantasy builds, but I think they're very fitting in a family kitchen. You have that other wall decoration herb item. I think it came with Parenthood, but I'm not sure. But I've used that so much in my kitchens, and I think it really combines well with the flowers that you just saw. But yeah, we're almost at the end of this video already. Yeah, it was only 15 minutes. It wasn't that short, but yeah, my videos sometimes they're about half an hour. So yeah, it's going a little bit fast. A couple of things that I've done over here. Yeah, I've used a couple of the vampire pack items. This statue, in my mind it was a statue of the sorceress that used to live here. So I thought it was cool. And just 2 stories higher, there's a plateau on top of the roof of this build. You can only access that if you're flying over there on your broom. And I tried it out as a sim and it's epic. So I decided to not place stairs in over there because I just thought it was cool that you only can go there over here on your broom. I placed these fairies in. These fairies are so cute. They are from the vampire pack too. And if you're going over that bridge and you're going to the top of the tower in that room, I will place a magical mirror over there. Of course, we don't have magical mirrors in the game, so I use my imagination for it. Because yeah, there's a magical mirror in Harry Potter, and I think there are magical mirrors in a lot of fantasy movies and fantasy games. So I wanted to do something with it, and I thought it was cool to place it, on top of that tower. So that's what I done with it. And I think after that, we're going into the screenshots. I also did some screenshots of the exterior, a couple of the interior. And yeah, I just really hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really appreciate it. I try to make a lot of different things to get you inspired for your own builds. Or maybe you just really like watching speed builds. You're in the right place too. And yeah, here are the screenshots already. I hope you will have a great day today, and I hope to talk to you soon. Goodbye.